Hello, scholars. Today we are going to discuss one important topic in financial management and investment, that is inflation. And every one of us is aware about this concept of inflation. So, what I am going to describe is little more description from investment point of view. Okay. So, what is inflation? So, the definition or simple explanation of inflation is increase in price of goods and services. In other words, reducing purchasing power of money. It means 5 years ago, you would be able to buy 2 liter petrol in 100 rupees. Now you can buy only 1 liter. So you are getting less quantity of same amount. That means power of money is reduced. So inflation is nothing but the reducing the power of money. Now we'll have to understand why inflation happens in any country. So inflation is nothing but the price. And what is the price? Price is the ratio of money to goods. Goods means goods and services here. Okay. What is price? Price is money to goods ratio. For example, if you are paying 100 rupees for the petrol, you are getting 1 liter of petrol. So this is a ratio. How much quantity, money to quantity of goods, that is a price. Why does inflation or prices increase? It can be because of increased consumption and increased demand for the products and services. So when population increases, automatically demand for the products increases. Apart from that, people are consuming more than the previous generation. For example, 30 years ago, people used to have only three to four shirts and pants, or one or two pair of shoes. Now many people have 40 50 shirts, pant, 10 15 shoes, and so on. So consumption is also increased, population is also increased. That is number one reason of inflation. Second is money supply by the RBI. Okay, what is money supply? RBI prints more money every year, and banks create money from the just adding numbers on the computer. So the money supply in India is increasing every year. Okay, because RBI has to print in order to improve the economy. So if there is high money supply, prices also increases. Okay, and third is production and supply of the goods and services. For example, if there is a lot of natural calamity because of heavy rain, so agriculture production will go down. So if production goes down, price goes high because it is a ratio. If goods services goes down, automatically price will increase. And this is produced by the businesses, farmer, and so on. So basically, these are the three reasons for inflation. Now, the inflation is not in our control. What is in our control is to understand the inflation and to protect from the inflation. Okay. So let's say this is a hypothetical example of some goods and services: petrol, milk, haircut, OPD fees of doctor, or transportation. Okay. So this is quantity. And in 2019, now these are not actual numbers, just for the explanation purpose. So don't go on Google and find out petrol price in 2019. So 1 liter petrol in 19, you paid 60 rupees. Now you have to pay 100 rupees. Milk 1 liter, there was 40 rupees you have to pay. Now it is 80. Haircut, you would pay 200 rupees. Now it is 300. This is for the normal haircut of the men. For women, it might be in 1,000, but it definitely increased. OPD fees, one patient 300 rupees. Now it is 500. Transportation, for example, taxi fare, there might be 10 rupees for 1 kilometer. Now it is 20 rupees. So what you see is the quantity remain the same. That means denominator remain the same, but the amount of money you have to spend has increased. This is inflation. Okay. So we are discussing price is money to goods ratio. Goods you understand, but what about money? Now, you might have seen that money is note or coin, but that is not the money. It is the symbol of, okay, coin and note are symbol of money. It is not the money. Money is a hypothetical concept or human construct, and it is the unit to measure, exchange, store, transport the value. Value of what? Goods and services. So money represent value of goods and services. Okay. Money is nothing but the numbers on the bank computers of the bank. That's it. There is no physical existence to the money. Notes and coins are symbol of money. So if someone asks you what is money, you will explain money is unit to measure, exchange, transport, and store the value of goods and services. It is just numbers in the bank computer. Okay. So next concept we want to understand inflation adjusted return. Suppose if someone tells you that I got a 10% return, but this is a nominal return. Okay, if someone invests 100 rupees and he got 110 rupees, that means 10 rupees extra, 10% return, but this is nominal return. We have to adjust with the inflation. How do you do? Okay, so it is very simple. So what you do, you take the whatever the investment value after 1 year. Let's say if you invest 100 rupees and investment value become 110. So this is investment value. So you take the ratio of investment value and the inflation. Okay. Now if 6% is the inflation, 100 rupees will be 100 rupees cost will be increased to 106. Okay. So take the ratio of investment value divided by inflation value. Okay. And here, then -1 and that 100. So write down this in your notebook. This is the formula of inflation adjusted return. Okay. That is, you take the ratio of inflation investment value divided by inflation value. Why 106? 100 year rupees now in last year. Now you have to pay 106 rupees to buy the same thing. Okay, that's why 106. This is 106 is a sarkari akra. Government says that 6% inflation. Probably it is more. Sometime it is 8%, 9%. But just for the understanding from the government perspective, we will keep 6% inflation rate. Okay. Another way to understand inflation adjusted return is this. Let's say there are 5 friends from the school days. They come together and they have 100 rupees. Everyone has 100 rupees. So first friend, we'll call this A, B, C, D, and E. These are the names of 5 friends. So what A did, A kept that 100 rupees note in his wallet and or the at the home. He did nothing. B deposited 100 rupees in saving account bank. C did the FDs with the 6% annual rate. I'm presuming 6% annual rate interest rate. D invested into gold, and I'm presuming 8% rate of return in the gold. And E invested into the equity, I'm presuming 10%. Okay. Now don't say that this is not fixed return or this is not certain return and gold gives more equity. That is not here to discussion. We are just presuming the inflation adjusted return. Presume that there are gold gives you 8%, equity gives 10%, FD gives 6%, saving bank account gives you 4%, sometimes 3% as well. Now the inflation value is 106 in each case. Okay. So we will calculate inflation adjusted return. Okay. So this will be the return. How do you calculate? You take the ratio of investment value divided by inflation value minus 1 into 100. Okay. So let's take here now investment value, then inflation value. So this is the ratio. Okay. I'm just taking the ratio first. So this is the ratio at each. And from here, minus 1 and then multiply by 100. Same formula for all. We can extrapolate that. Okay. So what we got the same number. Okay. I already calculated here, but I just did again here for the demonstration purpose. Now I'll delete this one. Okay. So what A has done, his value or rupee value has reduced by 5.6% because of inflation. So this is erosion in the value of money. The person who put amount in the saving bank account, his value is eroded by 1.89. The person, a friend who deposited money at 6% FD is zero. Okay, he has not gained, he has not lost the value as well. The person who invested into gold, his growth rate is this. His wealth grew by this person. The person invested in equity, his wealth grew by this person. Okay, so here you can see three things. One, here you are losing the value, here you are growing the value, and here it's the same thing, protecting the same level. Okay, so these are the three things happen when you do investment based on the return you get. Okay, now what are the three goals of investment? Okay, three goals of investment are, as I just mentioned, first goal is to park the money. Second goal is to protect money from the inflation. Protect from inflation. We understand that inflation reduce the value of money, so and grow money. So these are the three goals, three objectives of investment. What are the three objectives? Park the money for short term. For example, you park money in a saving account for 1 month, 2 months, or keep some cash at home. Your goal is neither protection nor growth. It is just park because eventually you need money for the spending, correct? So some money you don't worry about the value loss or protection and growing. So parking the money. So where do you park? Either in the FDs or liquid funds, which gives less return than the inflation. Here it will be equal to inflation, and here, okay, and here it will be more than the inflation. These are the three objective of doing investment. Fourth objective people do is the destruction of money. What is that? They buy fancy products or they invest into the insurance plan, okay, or crypto plans or any network marketing. These are the things, MLM or some Ponzi scheme or intraday trading, etc. This is the objective of some people who destroy their money. Now, some of you may argue that how you can destroy money in insurance plan, because insurance plan gives you 4 to 5%, and if you for over the period of time you are losing the value, as I said here. So if your ignorance plans give you, even if you give you 5%, still you are losing every year. And if you invest over on year on year, you lose huge amount of money. So insurance plan is not the objective of parking. So it is a purely destruction. Okay. So what we discussed today is summary, and you write in the your notes summary of, we defined the inflation. What is the inflation? We explained the inflation. We inflation adjusted return, and three objectives of investment. So what you have to do is you write the notes and explain to your family members. Okay. This is your task today. All children above 18 years, you teach them this is how inflation is and how it is calculated. What are the objectives? Objective of investing are PPG, that is parking of the funds, protection from the inflation, and growth. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you very much.